Exclamation point. You should have known the moment you stepped into the keyboard wasteland that the exclamation point was waiting for you. It stands like a screaming soldier, vibrating with too much enthusiasm for its own existence. You approach it thinking maybe this one won't be so bad, maybe the slide down will be loud but manageable. Wrong. The moment your foot touches the top edge, the exclamation point explodes with energy like it's been holding in a scream for 70 years. You drop down the deadly straight line like a rocket that forgot how to brake. And when you hit the dot at the bottom, it bounces you like a rubber bullet. Your lungs collapse. Your brain rattles. Your ancestors flinch. You stand up shaking, realizing this is only the warm-up. Plus sign, you know what's worse than one slide? 4 slides all at once. The plus sign looks innocent, like something a math teacher would doodle. But this thing is a crossroads of pain. You climb into the center intersection and choose a direction. The slide rejects your decision and throws you down a different arm entirely. The plus sign is not here for your choices. It's here to ruin your afternoon, your alignment, and possibly your medical bills. You bounce between arms like a ping-pong ball made of disappointment. Eventually you fall out the end, dizzy, wondering why audition hurts so much. Less than it looks small, thin, weak. A slide that couldn't hurt a fly. A slide designed for babies. A slide that whispers, "I am harmless." And you believe it, idiot. The moment you sit, the angle becomes a razor. You drop into the narrow mouth of the cymbal, and it squeezes you like a cheese grater trying to file down your personality. You slide through that shrinking V-shape and feel your soul slim down to 17% of its original size. You crawl out gasping, feeling emotionally less than. Question mark. The mysterious, curly, deranged cousin of punctuation. The question mark is not a slide, it's a riddle. You sit at the top, looking down the curved shape. Can you slide this? Should you slide this? Will you survive? The question mark answers none of this. You push off anyway because you have no survival instinct. The loop drags you down like gravity on a roller coaster designed by someone who hates circles. When you hit the dot, the impact sends a shock up your spine that rewrites your childhood. You leave with more questions than you started with. Semicolon, half comma, half period, full psychopath. Nobody knows what the semicolon wants from you. Not writers, not English teachers, definitely not you. Sliding down, it feels like navigating a trapdoor. You start on the comma curl, cute and cozy, and then drop straight into the dot like someone pulled the floor out from under you. The semicolon is a betrayal disguised as grammar. Quotation marks. 2 slides side by side staring at you like twin gremlins ready to ruin your evening. You step between them and they snap shut like jaws. Suddenly you're sliding inside a tiny glass cage, bouncing between the quotes like a trapped sentence trying to escape. Every time you think you've reached the end, the other quote yanks you back in. You stumble out feeling misquoted by life. Gives right arrow. Finally, a symbol that actually looks like a slide. You think you're safe. You think this one will be normal. Wrong again. The arrow grabs you with momentum you didn't. Approve and shoots you forward so fast you break the sound barrier and possibly a few laws. You fly across the ground like a human skipping stone. If the exclamation point screamed at you, the arrow aims you like ammunition. Degree. A circle, just a circle. How dangerous can a tiny ring be? Oh, you sweet fool. You sit on top of it and immediately roll like a marble in a blender. The degree sign becomes a never-ending hamster wheel where you are the hamster and physics is your enemy. No matter where you start, you end up upside down, sideways, and emotionally overheated. Section. You didn't even know this symbol existed before today. Now it's here to ruin your life. The section sign is shaped like a snake doing yoga, spiraling into unnatural curves. You slide into the top loop and immediately get swallowed into the twist. The middle squeeze feels like being hugged by a python taking its job too seriously. You pop out the bottom coughing, sweaty and unsure which section of reality you're in. Pilcrow, the paragraph symbol, stands tall like a Gothic doorway to hell. It looks heavy, old, carved from stone. You climb the steps, thinking maybe this one is slow. It is not slow. You slide down the thick body of the symbol and feel like you re-riding down the side of a cathedral. Halfway down, the Pilcrow suddenly curves, throwing you left like it's kicking you out of a library for being too loud. You tumble to the floor in a heap, feeling like you plagiarized your own pain. Ending. The symbol graveyard. You stand at the bottom of this cursed keyboard battlefield. covered in dust, sweat, punctuation bruises, and shame. You've slid the symbols nobody talks about because these aren't icons, they're warnings. They're the secret traps hidden between letters and logic. You look back at them one last time. The shouting exclamation, the deceptive plus, the devouring question mark, the spiraling section sign, they watch you silently. But you survived. Barely. You limp forward, knowing one truth. Some symbols exist to help you write. But these symbols exist to end your career as a slider.